And I have to begin with the script for remote meetings, so please bear with me. As a preliminary matter, I'm Mary Ann Easley, Chair. Permit me to confirm that all members and persons anticipated on the agenda are present and can hear me. So when I call your name, please say here or yay or yes, or indicate you're here. Abby is not here. Rocky?
Here.
Robert?
Here.
Erin?
Here.
Arlene is not here. Lisa?
Here.
Linda is not here, and Mary Ann here. Thank you. Staff, when I call your name, please respond. Jericho,
In attendance?
Laura,
Here.
and we're not anticipating any speakers at this meeting. This open meeting of the Council on Aging is being conducted remotely pursuant to Chapter 2 of the Acts of 2023. Ensuring public access does not ensure public participation unless such participation is required by law. This meeting will not feature public comment. For this meeting, the Council on Aging is convening by video conference via Zoom app as posted on the town's website, identifying how the public may join. Please note that this meeting is being recorded and some attendees are participating by video conference. Accordingly, please be aware that other folks may be able to see you and to take care not to screen share your computer. Anything that you broadcast may be captured by the recording. That's all supporting materials. I think that's all we need for this. Okay, thank you. I'm going to move on to the first thing on the agenda, which is approval of today's agenda. So can I get somebody to?
I'll move it.
Thank you, Robert. Can I get a second approval of the agenda?
Second.
Thank you, Rocky. I have to go down the list for every one of us to vote on things like this. So now we're voting on approval of the agenda. Please say yay or nay. Rocky. Yay.
Yay.
Robert.
Yay.
Erin.
Yay.
Lisa. Yay. Mary Ann. Yay. Okay, thank you. Now on to the official business of the meeting. We do not have any minutes of the prior meeting to even approve, so we're going to have to catch up with approval of meeting minutes at the next meeting. So I'm going to put that on the next agenda. The most important reason for meeting today is to make sure we're all on board with the Senior Expo, which is Saturday, October 19, 1 week from this coming Saturday. So I wanted to make sure everybody on the council knows what's happening. And of course, I hope everybody can attend and maybe some of you even can volunteer. So Erin and Laura and Arlene and I have all been part of the planning for this event, and it's looking very robust. So I wonder if I could lean on you, Laura, to give us kind of a summary of the vendors, the speakers, the demonstrations, what's going on.
Sure. Hold on.
Can I lean on you?
Okay. Let me just get what I just printed. So for speakers, we're having Hingham Institution is coming. They're talking about fraud prevention, charting your solo journey, planning an independent future with Sir Pranat and Benesky. We're having a balance and exercise talk by Rachel Dixon. The New Island Home Design and Project Schedule by SMRT Architecture and Engineering. And I have reached out to Kathy Greeter and Allison Forsgren about our island home, the value it brings to our community, but I have not heard back from them as of yet, but I just called them this morning. So those are the speakers. The screenings, we're doing flu shots, which is by the visiting nurses, hearing screenings by Hearing Life, blood pressure screenings by Tucked In Elder Care, Nurse Care Management and Consulting, and 5-minute massages by Lavender Wellness Farm. And then we're also having demonstrations We have a Tai Chi demonstration by Nancy Rappaport, 2 cooking demonstrations by Tom Proch, Ageless Grace and Parkinson's demonstration by Suzanne Franzuto, a somatics demonstration by Sherry Perlman, and we're also having the animal therapy dogs by the Nantucket Island Safe Harbor for Animals, plus 28 vendors, I believe. So there you go. Any questions?
So, just so everybody knows, this is Saturday, the 19th, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the high school. We'll be in the wall of, the Hall of the Whale, the Wall of the Hail. The Hall of the Whale, in the big entrance area that you, enter. The smaller auditorium that is downstairs, the large auditorium that's upstairs, at one conference room and the cafeteria as well as the culinary area. So we're taking up a lot of space on the first floor of the high school as well as downstairs in that small auditorium. Not sure what else people might want to know. So if anybody has any questions, now's a good time to ask. And also it's a good time to volunteer. Because we could use people to be greeters coming in to tell people, you know, hand people the, you'll get sort of a handout that tells you who's located where and what's happening when. And you can also take people's reactions because we want feedback on how to improve this event. So there are plenty of options for volunteers and you don't have to be there the whole 3 hours. We can have somebody just for an hour at a time. So anybody who has any time on that Saturday that could volunteer for an hour, you could say so now or give Laura a call. So anybody have any questions, concerns, suggestions, comments of any kind?
I was just curious, who are the vendors? Like what types of vendors do you have?
There are a number of banks who are handing out information about banking options for seniors.
Okay.
There are organizations like Tucked In Elder Care, which Erin is the head of, that provide services to seniors when they need them. There are several of those. There's the town of Nantucket that provides various kinds of elder services. Who else is on this list? A Safe Place, Fair Winds, the visiting nurses, of course. There's an organization on the Cape called CORD, which is specific to disabled people, so they'll be represented there. The sheriff will be there, the fire department will be there, both with what they do in terms of assisting seniors, so it's a broad array.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it shouldn't be making.
It's a truck.
Is it?
I think it's a truck, you know, backing up.
Oh, maybe on that side of the building, yeah.
It's not in here, it's out there, it's
Okay.
back of me.
That's good, because that's the sound that could be coming off of the switch as it starts to melt down, which I
Oh.
really don't want.
No,
to
I
happen.
can hear it out this window.
Yeah, there it is. It's the
For those of you on Zoom, we have something going on in the parking lot here that's disturbing.
I just thought we've had weird noises coming from pieces of equipment out here in the past. I wanted to make sure nothing weird happens.
So if anything occurs to you after this meeting between now and the 19th, just give Laura a call. She can answer, and please drop by, even if you don't have time to volunteer for a whole hour.
And that phone call that I just had, can you hear me? I can't see my Zoom.
Yeah, you're good.
Yes.
Okay, that phone call that I just had was from Kathy Greeter, and they are gonna do their talk in the auditorium. So that's confirmed also.
Good. Very good. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the next item on our agenda, which is the Human Services Report. So Jericho, it's all yours.
Yeah, I'll be pretty brief. We have some ongoing clinic operations on the 19th, which will be flu and COVID. We're discussing how to change the way that they deploy their people and staff, so we don't have a repeat of last clinic, which was not the most successful one I've ever run. And then, other than that, we are in mid-grant season. The contract review committee which does human services and substance misuse grant, gives out grants to local and regional, 501Cs. We are in the middle of the, RFP period, which means that we have the documents out. We're collecting some proposals from people, and they'll be collected on November 4th. There's an information session, since we've changed a few things up this year, on the 18th of October. We'll be having a meeting for providers. If you know anyone who works in nonprofits that is looking for grants, these are some grant monies that are being issued out by the town. They're collected locally, and they support a lot of different programs right now. And we're hoping to get some more submissions for that this year. Additionally, what else do we have going on? We've been doing a bunch of tick-borne illness related work of late. We had a mini summit last week, and we'll be hopefully turning that into some ongoing epidemiological studies of prevalence on the island, as well as doing some outreach and education to reduce risk for tick-borne illnesses.
Are you gonna buy some mice
No,
from MIT?
but I'm hoping that passes the various legal and scientific challenges, but I'm not hopping on that bandwagon just yet.
Okay.
How
How about the shots for the deer?
So that is something that I've had a couple initial discussions with. Those tend to be longer term programs that require a few years of run up and run down. We don't have a centralized tick specialist working for the town. I want to get our internal knowledge and the things that we know reduce incidents of tick-borne illnesses, like promethean treated clothing, better education around cleaning and spots, and then some changes to how the epidemiological reporting goes, so we get a better picture of how many people have tick-borne illnesses, what are the current populations of ticks, what are they carrying, that kind of thing. We actually have a excellent model to follow along with Martha's Vineyard. We have a collaborative public health organization that's helping us on this, which is making things really easy. We had a meeting with Malcolm McNabb from the Board of Health and Select Board, Dr. Lepre, and those off-island experts. We're hopefully going to rope in the mouse team, and then Dr. Telford, who's been doing a lot of research out here for a long time.
Great.
So hopefully we'll have at least some educational and outreach programming around tick-borne illnesses next year. What else? Yeah, I mean, that's been a fair amount of what's going on. There's a new director in the health department, so we're onboarding and doing some longer term planning over the next 2 weeks. So I should have some more initiatives to report out on next meeting, hopefully. Not Arlene joining in.
So does anyone have any questions or comments for Jericho? Thank you very much.
My pleasure. As always, if anybody has anything they'd like some clarity on with regards to town stuff, you can always email me or call me. My number's on the webpage for the health department.
Laura's up next, and she sent all of us her list of what went on activity-wise in the month of October, so everybody should have gotten that already, but Laura, maybe you want to add something, and if not, people can ask questions if you have any, or make comments.
I do not have anything to add, but happy to answer any questions.
Okay, here's your opportunity. All right, thanks, Laura. Thanks for that report. It's kind of interesting to see how there are many people for a few activities and some activities that aren't getting much interest, but that's always a head scratcher.
As long as we're getting one person, that's what matters. That one
Yes.
person needs it.
Yeah,
That's the way I look at it.
good.
Yeah,
Serving the needs of seniors.
exactly. Or senior. That's what it's fine too. Everyone counts.
Especially me.
There you go. Yeah.
Robert, you're up next to report on elder services.
On elder services, we did,
Or you can.
where do you
talk
want
about-
me to start?
You can start wherever you like.
Elder services did not have a September board meeting.
Hmm,
They're gonna have an October. We're now on an every other month schedule.
okay,
And I'm not sure what form the October meeting will take because they are reconstructing and rebuilding all of the offices at the headquarters in Dennis on the Cape.
Hmm,
But we are having a Christmas party.
hmm, good.
And usually budget takes over every meeting. I mean, it's just because the costs are going up and where's the money gonna come from?
Okay.
I did see where Meals on Wheels was given $25,000 for Nantucket from the Community Foundation.
Oh, good, good. Glad to hear. that.
And it's nicely earmarked to stay on Nantucket.
Good.
Know that Sherry had a funding shortfall and surprising rises in costs towards the end of last year and continuing since, so that's good news.
Hmm.
Okay, on the road.
Okay.
We have launched year 4 of the basic program. And we have opened up with October being a collaborative, collaboration, I should say, with Nantucket Preservation Trust. Talking about all the various architectural forms and different kinds of buildings that you would find on Nantucket. November, we will be talking about the old mill and the reconstruction that is going on currently of the old mill. On the overseas program, we were in Brewster and Harwich last week, presenting Life Aboard a Whale Ship. We are in Bourne doing Life Aboard a Whale Ship next Tuesday, and in the afternoon, we'll be in Sandwich presenting the tragedy of the ill-fated Essex. And we're taking some very precious artifacts that they are actually letting us travel with. One of them is a scrimshaw by Thomas Nickerson, who was the cabin boy aboard the Essex.
And are all of these presentations are they at the senior center?
All at senior centers. We had 25 in each group at Western, but Harwich and Brewster. I know at least 25 are signed up in Sandwich for next week.
It's incredible.
But they're the people that had 85 when we were there in the fall.
Mm.
We've added Highline and Avis and Thrifty as far as being corporate sponsors to the program and donating our tickets to go over in the ferry and the cars we need to go over for the visit.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And then the other new thing that we've added is we did a presentation of Life Aboard a Whale Ship with sign language. And it's become very successful. It's running currently on Martha's Vineyard public television. I have been corresponding with the University for the Deaf in Hartford and some of the professors there. We are also talking to Tulane and some other universities about probably doing more about sign language type programs.
Right. Any?
So that's all I've been doing. I even changed my title to be special programs. The seniors, yeah. We're moving out fast.
Anybody have any comments or questions for Robert? Yeah, that's fantastic.
We had 12 at the Salt Marsh and at least 4 men, which is kind of unusual because we usually get more women and very few men. So it was really great to have at least 4 men in the audience.
Yeah, that's nice. Good. Thank you.
My pleasure.
The last thing on our agenda today is an update on the grants that we have. I have nothing new to report. We haven't spent a dime yet, so I've been through the orientation, but I haven't submitted any bills yet. So as you'll recall, we have gotten $7,500 for what are those called? A memory cafe, and $8,000 for the improvements to the exterior of the salt marsh, so that wheelchairs can get more easily access the building, but none of that has begun yet, so we'll see how that goes. We have until next June to spend the money, so I think we have time,
We could do it.
yeah. And this is not on the agenda, but I thought I mentioned that the Dreamland is planning something for the spring. Aimed at people with dementia and other kinds of cognitive issues. Probably with some kind of a band that is from the old days that everybody will recognize, even those of us with cognitive issues. So Josh Gray, who's their programs manager, is heading that up. So if anybody has any suggestions or comments, give Josh a call at the Dreamland, because he's got this on his calendar and intending to do it. So that's a good thing. And I don't want to end the meeting without saying congratulations, Rocky, for being recognized as the Volunteer of the Year by the Chamber of Commerce. Since we're one of the places that you're volunteering.
No, thank you very much.
Nice recognition. Congratulations.
Thanks.
There's nothing else on the formal agenda. I don't know if anybody else wants to comment on anything or has any questions. Okay, then we're going to adjourn the meeting, so I have to have somebody make a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Robert. Second to adjourn the meeting.
Second,
Thank you, Rocky. And again, I have to go down this list. So yay or nay? Rocky,
yay.
Robert,
Yay.
Aaron,
Yay.
Lisa,
Yeah.
Mary Ann, yes. Thank you, everybody. Sorry for the change in the time and the date, but thank you for showing up. I appreciate it.
Thank
I
you,
hope
Phil.
to
Oh,
Thanks, everybody.
hang on a second.
Did you include Arlene?
Arlene, you joined
She
us.
joined a little late.
Oh, I didn't see Arlene up there.
She's gone
Oh,
now.
well, all right, well,
Well, just add her.
She came, she
Sorry.
left.
she gave, yeah, no, it's, I don't think it makes a problem. All right, thank you very much, guys. I'm gonna stop the recording. We are fully adjourned and everything.
Mhm.
I didn't even see her name up there.
Yeah.
Just. it
Really
just
quickly,
popped
but she
in.
didn't, her face didn't pop up,
Yeah.
so she, yeah, just her name.
At the beginning of